Oh yeah, look at that. The Angry Birds text. Everybody gangsta until the Angry Birds text appears. Yeah.
Angry
Okay.
Birds. Angry
Yeah,
Birds.
anyway. Alright. Here's the intro. You ready for this one? This could be pretty good. Welcome, YouTube community! It's my birthday today! Yeah! Actually, it's not. That was just a little Prue Ain't 2 Forever impression for those of you who are aware. And now that everybody has been scared away by my Prue Ain't 2 Forever impression, the few of you that are left, hello to this special little video we're doing today. It'll be part of a series of videos that I'm kind of throwing around a name in my head right now for. We're going to be calling it, I think, TheStimpyLand Commentaries, unless I could think of something better.
Yeah.
So chances are you're probably wondering, what the fuck? Probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing here. And I'm here to explain that today. And with me is my guest, Liam, a.k.a. Edward Apogee. And
Yes, hello.
yes, he's a long friend of mine. He's known about this. He met me while I was doing this channel, when I used to do live streams. And you were one of the first people that called into me. And I remember I just let you hang around in the call because I liked your accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's my reasoning. Anyway. They capitalized the L in this title, but that's okay. Whatever. Anyway. So today, we're going to be talking about Stimpyland shit, and then we're going to watch and react to the first Crash Bandicoot review I did, and this is going to be part of we're going to do it part of a series of videos. Going to be reacting to every single review that I've done.
Yeah. They're not just
These
reacting,
videos were
but also...
yeah, and we're gonna we're gonna be talking over them. But first and foremost, I just want to say, thanks to a person who runs a channel called TheStimpyland Reuploads, most of my re-uploaded videos have been collected and put in one place, and I suppose I should talk a bit about that. So, first thing I guess I have to address is, and Liam is here for now. He's going to play a more active role when we're going to be reacting to the videos, but he's here so that I don't go too off topic, because I have a tendency to ramble like a maniac.
Yes.
And I tend to forget what the fuck I'm talking about, and I tend to go off topic a lot. So he's going to try his best to sort of reel me in. Anyway.
Yep.
Let's see. So we were first going to talk about what happened to the channel. So this is going to be a little hard for me to recall, because this was 5 years ago, and people have speculated, they've wondered, what the fuck happened to my channel? Why did I just delete all my videos? Well, I don't know if I have a 100% straight answer, but there are a few... I guess, first off, I was very embarrassed by the videos, because I just thought that... I guess I had just deemed them to be very cringy at the time, and I also was not the most emotionally mature person, so I had a lot of trouble taking criticism. Like, I know people have highlighted specific comments of me lashing out at people, and those are things that I regret, because it's just kind of shitty, and also it's pretty far from kind of the person I am now. I want to say that I've gone under a bit of a metamorphosis since I ran my channel 5 years ago, and Liam can testify that while similar, I was a fairly different person back then. Anyway, I'm drinking soda. This video is not sponsored by Coca-Cola, but it should be. Anyway, so let's see. The channel's deletion. I want to talk about that for a bit. I don't know why I did it, to be perfectly honest, but my guess is that... Because I could say what happened. This is like what I know. This is what was going on in my head. I kind of was just embarrassed by the reviews, and on top of that, I had a lot of trouble accepting sort of, the pressure and, like, sort of the stress, negative comments, or, some of it was negative comments, a lot of it was just genuine criticism that I couldn't take, because I was not mature enough to do that, not mature enough to take the criticism, and it sort of, like, was building up over time, because I know people noticed that I was slowly taking down the videos. Like, it started with these videos right here, actually. The original run of Crash Bandicoot reviews. I took those down and put them on an alternate channel, which I don't even know if is... I forgot if that's even still around. But, yeah, so, it was early on, before I actually just, like, destroyed the channel, before I just got rid of everything. I was trying to, like, tuck it under and hide it. But what that ended up doing was creating a Streisand effect, where when you try to hide something, people are more attracted to it, and I didn't handle that well because I didn't learn anything by just deleting the whole channel. Because I noticed that this was happening, that as I was moving the videos around, people began to just sort of archive them. And I was not happy about that, so I just deleted the whole channel, which was really, really dumb. But, yeah. In hindsight, I definitely wouldn't have deleted the channel. Like, if I still... Like, if I hadn't deleted, if I could bring back the videos, I would. I can't bring back the videos because my only copy of all the videos was on an external hard drive. A Western Digital 2 terabyte hard drive. I remember this very specifically. And the videos... That hard drive eventually stopped responding. Like, I would plug it into my computer and it wouldn't work. So, went with my dad one day, my fine old pop, and we took him to some place and, tried to get it fixed. And they were like, yeah, we can't fix it. We can try and recover the data off it and it'll cost you like a few $1,000s. And I said, no, we're not doing that. So... I don't remember exactly what happened to that hard drive. Like, I don't remember if we threw it out or if my dad just put it away in the attic somewhere or did something. I don't know what. I don't even live with my dad anymore, so that's like, no idea where that is.
Thankfully, we have people like this who run this channel who are able to archive them and re-upload them.
Yeah, really I didn't approve of these re-uploads in the past, and I've said it before on a few streams and like the occasional video. I think I said it in my Insane Trilogy commentary with Pat, and then with Drew and Paul and Steve and all the commentary I did for Insane Trilogy. Getting into minutiae, that's not important. In that I mentioned it as well, but I give this, not that it needed it, but I give this channel the seal of approval. I'm okay with these videos being around. And I'd like to kind of explain why that is, and I'm going to probably fuck this up. I'm going to do this to the best of my ability, Let's see. Because I've changed, a bit, and I think the big thing that changed with me was... I guess I became a more emotionally mature, but something important to me, I guess really... So you could say this is a political thing, but, I'm not going to be... What is it?
Don't want to be droning on about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be droning on about it, and I'm not going to hammer this on, because my one thing is, I am very, very in favor of free speech. That's something that's changed about me a lot. Because I was someone that didn't really care. I didn't care about politics. I didn't care about anything like that. And also, I still don't really care that much about, politics and, like, the minutia of that and shit like that. But I'm really passionate about freedom of speech, of people being allowed to say what they want, and you can't do shit about it. I really like that, And being in favor of free speech means being in favor of free speech for your enemies. And, I know that, and I've known that for some time, but only recently did I really start to think that. I felt personally like I was a massive hypocrite, because I was, when I was running the channel, I used to moderate and I used to censor shit, and I was really not a fan of that. I used to censor people's comments, I disabled comments on the videos, I unlisted them, I had put these videos out in the public space, and then I took them back, and it's like, you can't really do, technically I can, it's my video, but it doesn't feel right to me, personally. So, it was only then that I realized that, I'm the biggest hypocrite of 2015, I'm a massive fucking hypocrite. So, I've been meaning to find some way to bridge the gap, and there's no way that I can go back to doing... weekly Crash reviews, and I couldn't just review the games again. That wouldn't be very fun. Yeah. But I thought this would be a nice way to do it, is to give my commentary over this shit. And when we actually do the commentary, I'm going to probably recall a lot of stuff as I'm watching it, and that'll be a lot more coherent than this sort of opening monologue, which is just sort of a little more off the cuff. Because...
just to reiterate, I guess, we don't have any script, or we're not reading off of anything to start this video or to intro it. It's just...
This is just my raw reaction, because I didn't want to do a scripted thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And both of us, at least I'm pretty sure, we haven't seen these videos in about 4 to 5 years. I can't remember the last time I watched these videos.
I have not watched these videos probably around the time since I made them, or, briefly after. Since the time I deleted them, I know for a fact. I hadn't watched them. Oh, yeah, and I guess one thing I want to say is, to get back to sort of my change, my change in mentality, why I bring up the freedom of speech thing is because, you know, I realize I'm very much in favor of people being allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. And, you know, I didn't like that I was censoring people's comments and getting all angry about nasty comments, you know, because it's like, now I admire nasty comments a lot. Now I like mean comments. I like people being able to say whatever the fuck they want, you know, because I just appreciate that, you know, because I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it, but, you know, I feel like freedom of speech is kind of under attack today. I don't want this to sound like we live in a society. I don't want this to sound like that. But I'm just saying, you know, like, look, you know, this is my whole thing. Freedom of speech, I feel like it's kind of under attack, and that's something that's really worth getting angry about, you know? Like, in whatever side of the political spectrum you're on, I don't care, okay? Like, the China social credit system, that's something worth getting angry about. You know what's not worth getting angry about? Is Crash Bandicoot. And I used to get very, very angry about Crash Bandicoot, and I used to get very angry at people for doing that. And, you know, in general, you'll find something that's kind of consistent with these videos is this assertion that my opinion has some objective basis, which couldn't be farther from the way I feel now. And that's, like, the big thing that makes these videos kind of hard to watch for me still. Because that is just, I hate that mentality of, you know, my opinion is objective fact and you have to bow down to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that was, and we'll get to it when we go over that video, but I think that was kind of a boiling point when it got to the Wrath of Cortex re-review.
Yes.
Because if I recall correctly, you do just kind of go on a rant and say, you know, people who like this game are fucking stupid.
Yes, I remember.
I can't remember it exactly, but I remember you going on.
Yes, I remember it. But, yeah. I remember it. I really do.
We'll get to that.
When we get to that.
Yeah.
So
for today, we're just doing the first.
Something I wanted to say, you know, it's like opinions now, because I have something that I actually care about, you know, like there are things in the world that I think that are worth getting angry about, you know, whether you're a liberal and you hate Trump or you're a Republican and you love him or whatever, you know, it's like there are things worth getting angry about. There are things worth being passionate about, you know. In video games, well, you know, it's okay to enjoy video games a lot, but, you know, like there are things worth getting just aggressively very angry and vitriolic about, things that you should be ruthless in defending, you know, wherever you are on the spectrum. I feel like that's true.
But I don't think.
But video games are never the hill I want to die on, and I fought a lot of battles over video games, and I want to apologize to everybody that I did that to. Like, here's this is just an example of how this mentality, like, this is something that just sort of went on in my head. Is I noticed, you know, like, gonna use my dad as an example again. I don't know why I'm thinking about him. I just am. This isn't like a daddy issues thing. Me and him are very friendly. But yeah, you know, my dad likes the worst country music in the world. Like, he really does. Like, and it's country music, but it's not like actual country music. It's, you know, that radio garbage country music that isn't real country music. It's just crappy pop for white people. You know, it's that shit. It's, you know, like, baby, it'll be. It's like he actually likes that song, and it's the worst thing ever. All right, but I still love my dad to death. You know, we get along great, and I love him. You know, he's done so much for me, you know.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't terminate, you know, my relationship with my dad just because he liked shitty country music, or just because I showed him Danny Brown and he didn't like it. Not that I did, but I'm just using that as an example, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't terminate my relationship with my dad over that, you know. And the same thing extends, I wouldn't terminate my friendship with someone if I knew them well enough, you know, just because they liked Crash to Insanity's music, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be someone like Jake Paul that just surrounds himself with yes men, you know? Like, I want people around, you know, I'm okay with people challenging my opinions, you know? That's why I have, you know, that's why I speak frequently to Junior Nitro 24 and Massive Legend, you know, two users who you'll come to probably learn about as these commentaries go on, you know? Because everything they say is stupid and dumb. And I hate them, you know? But, like, I keep them around because I like them. I like them as friends, you know?
Yeah.
So, but something I was doing was, you know, I would just sort of wall people off if they had a shitty opinion, you know? It's like, it just seems kind of dumb just to refuse to acknowledge someone's, you know, just refuse to acknowledge them, just refuse to engage with them just because they have, you know, like, a different opinion than yours. Like, I hate that mentality because, you know, I wouldn't terminate my relationship with my dad over him liking crappy, you know, country music. Yeah. So, you know, if there's someone I meet and they like crappy country music, you know, who knows? Maybe there's a ton of other things that they have in common with me, but just because I see, you like that fucking garbage on the radio, it's like, just because, you know, that's just that's like a shitty way to just evaluate someone's character, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just not a fan of that, and that, I guess, is the big change, you know?
Yeah. So I think before we go any more into
and I wanted to say really quick, just to sorry to cut you off, I just wanted to say that I am, you know, I do feel kind of shitty for just abandoning and just running away and just tucking in a little corner, you know, I'm not going to get emotional about it or anything because it's been, you know, like 5 years, you know, so
yeah,
the time for getting emotional about that was like like a month after it happened, but it wasn't, you know, like I didn't feel like bad about it or anything, but now I do. Now I feel kind of shitty about it. So I do want to apologize to the people that did give me moral support, but I want to make that very clear. It was just moral support because I didn't monetize anything on the STIMPYLAND, although I definitely should have, but I didn't. But on this channel, I'm not monetizing this, so I just want you to know that this does come from the heart. I ain't monetizing this video. I ain't monetizing shit on this channel because that, you know what, I could explain why, but that's not really for this video. I can explain that another time.
We can talk about that at a later point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should probably get into the review, you know, not to rush things along, but I think it's probably best if the very first introduction part to the series doesn't run on for too long.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to wrap up my message by saying I do feel very shitty for the way I kind of just left everyone, you know, behind. I feel bad about it, and I'm very sorry, so hopefully this makes it up to you. You know, I want to bridge the gap between, you know, my old fans and, you know, me now, you know, because I kind of just destroyed that, you know, connection, and I want to try and repair it. So this is the best way I could think of to do it. Anyway, we're going to get to the review now. We're going to be probably... So this episode, because we had the very long sort of rambly introduction, we're just going to look at one of the reviews today, but future episodes we will probably be looking at two. It depends on the length of the individual reviews. Like, when we get to the Wrath video, that'll probably be one video, because it's like 40 minutes, you know? Yeah. But, either way, we're going to go from, you know, we're going to just, each episode will just be us talking about some of these reviews. We're going to be recording them in advance, so we will, in later episodes... be looking at viewer... So you can ask questions in the comments and we will answer them. We will be looking at that in future videos. But for this episode and probably the next one, because we're recording these in advance, we'll be recording them before anything actually gets posted. So, you know, it doesn't mean we're ignoring your questions or anything like that, you know. And I try not to ignore comments now. Like, I don't respond to most of them just because I don't hang out on YouTube a lot. You know, like, I have, like, stuff going on, but you know, if I see comments, I'll at least acknowledge them. Like, I'll read most of them now. But yeah. So this is gonna kind of just be like a reaction view where we're letting the video play and talking about it, but the thing is, it's my content, so I don't feel too bad about doing that. I don't feel like, you know, who are those shitty reaction YouTubers?
Like Jinx.
Yeah, not like I don't feel like Jinx, because it's my video, so I think I have the right to do that. But
yeah.
Either way, I'm going to be leaving links. I'm going to leave a link, actually, to a playlist of all the videos. So you can see that there. Okay. So, just, you know, I'm not going to, like, do anything to take those videos down or anything like that, you know, and I'm not trying to hide those, because I'm not going to be running away from that shit anymore. I'm just going to say, here it happened, you can check it out in the description. There's a link to all the videos, is right there. So even though I did say that, you know, I did make that little warning that I don't want it to be a reaction video, we will actually be pausing and probably talking about it a lot, because...
Yeah, there'll be a lot to talk about.
Little psychology fact for you. Recall is not very strong part in the brain, but recognition is very good. So it's very difficult to recall something, but very easy to recognize something. So if I ask you to name every single album you listen to, you'd probably say... nothing, because you'd be so fucking confused you wouldn't be able to start. But if I listed off a bunch of albums and told you to tell me the ones you listen to, you could do so effortlessly. You know, so I just want to keep that in mind, where I've forgotten most of this stuff. But seeing it, I'll probably be able to recognize and bring up a bunch of stuff. So hopefully that'll give you some new insight into these reviews. Assuming it all goes well. Anyway, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. What was it? See, I'm always doing this. I'm constantly forgetting what I'm talking about. Shit. Fuck. Yeah, I'm dumb, and I'm retarded, and I can't remember anything, so whatever I was about to say there, I just totally forgot. Hopefully it wasn't an issue. Let's start the review. Liam, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, okay. So this is the oldest one I have. This one is the first review I did. And just so you know, this video was made, and I did not think anybody was going to see this video. I didn't think anyone was going to see this, because I remember I made an announcement on my channel saying... Because before this, I did Let's Plays, and that was all I did. I just did, Let's Plays with my friend John, who I still talk to. And I did Let's Plays, and that was all I did for some time. And then I just announced on the channel one day, I made a video saying, I'm going to review the whole Crash series or whatever, thinking I was broadcasting to, 2 people. And instead, instead a whole bunch of people showed up, and I was surprised. And this first video got, a fair amount of comments and views. And I was really, really surprised by that. So this review, just keep in mind, I had no knowledge that was going to happen. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say really quick. Everybody gangsta till the fucking shitty-ass Angry Birds text shows up. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Also, I remember I did this when I put the videos on my second channel. I put this gay-ass intro in front of everything because this is just to show how hard I really tried to bury these videos because I thought they were so cringy. What the fuck? June of 2013?
Yeah,
that doesn't feel like it was that long. That's bullshit.
That's...
Is that a fucking typo? This was 6 years ago. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Well, at least that's it. Yeah. So I remember I put this in front of all the videos. I'm going to play it for this first one. I'm gonna. This was as I was beginning to bury the videos. I'm gonna let it play for this one, but I'm going to, in future ones, I'm just gonna skip this, because I'm pretty sure it's the same one. And if it's not, then I don't care. It's just me grandstanding about gay shit anyway. Back in late June 2013. The Crash Bandicoot series. Close special personal. Being someone that had never made reviews before and someone who only had about 250 subs, I didn't have much experience, not counting that really old Crash 1 review. There was one before this that was really, really, really fucking old. That was 2 years before that. It was 2011 or something. And I deleted that video pretty quickly. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's lost.
That is lost. Oh yeah, one of the reviews is lost, unfortunately. The Mind Over Mutant one, I'm pretty sure. Because my friend Junior Nitro, aka John, not to be confused with Zigadox John, who's another friend of mine. Nitro was telling me, because he happens to be a very big fan of my videos, and as I talked to him, that sort of helped to renew my interest in discussing STIMPYLAND shit, and bridging that gap, because it was really weird, because he's a huge fan of my stuff, of my old stuff, and my new stuff, too. So, he told me, what was it I gonna say? See, this is what I do.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he just let you know that there was some of your old reviews that nobody was able to archive.
Yes, that's what he told me. Yeah, okay, good. See, I'm so glad I have you here, because I'm retarded like this.
I kind of fucking dribbled over my fucking words for a second there, but we got there in the end.
Yeah.
So let's keep going.
Yeah, okay. I think they're fucking awful now. I still think they're fucking awful.
Yeah.
Is that true? I wanted to look at my old reviews and see how they could improve. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. I mean, all I did was I kind of just deemed them as cringy. I don't think there was any introspection going on here.
Yeah.
Got this. Not true, but okay. I don't know why. We're getting too popular. Ugh! Fuck me in the ass, dude. Just fuck me. Just fuck me really hard. They were getting too popular. Fuck. Yeah, just fuck me in the ass. We're not even on the actual fucking review. They were getting too popular. You weren't supposed to see that, okay? It's like too popular. Fuck me in the ass. Goddamn. We're old and shitty. Yes. Still, it's like not my choice. Yeah, again, it's like
it's almost like it's a little boastful as well. It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's really gay. This is like
about
this is why I cringe pretty hard at these videos.
Yeah.
Not to use that word too much because I'm not a huge fan of the cringe, bro. But like, you know, I did just post cringe, and I am going to lose a subscriber. So
yeah.
I hate that those reviews were more popular than my newer and much better ones. There's an honest one. So I put up annotations on them linking people to my newer ones. It didn't work. Yeah, because it's like you can't control what people do. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Everybody gangsta until the Angry Birds text tells them what to fucking think, you know? So I took them down. I didn't think anyone would care because how fucking awful those reviews were. But to my surprise, people were upset to see them go. Yeah, believe it or not, you know, I don't know everything about the world. It's crazy. The Return of Stimpy, that was the name of the channel. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
And add this preface to each review. I spelled preface wrong, but whatever. I think I did anyway. But yeah, this because I'm pretty sure it's like preface. I don't think it's preface. I'm pretty sure I spelled preface wrong, but whatever. Yeah. So this is really fucking stupid. I'm gonna skip this from now on. Like this is what I'm talking about when I say I fucking hate this shit. You know, it's just it's so obnoxious. Like God. Pisses me off. Yeah. Anyway.
So, yeah, we'll be skipping over this part of the videos.
If you are new to these reviews, I beg of you to watch my new... I beg you. To watch my newer videos instead. You should watch my newer videos instead, actually. You should watch my Yurusayatra video. That's a good video. Anyway. Go to my main channel, TheStimpyland, now MONSTRO. Oh, yeah, MONSTRO is my new name. That's the name I've been going for some time. And I quite like it. But you can call me Stimpy if you want. I'm not going to act like you fucking dead named me or whatever nonsense I probably said back then. You know? You could call me Stimpy if you want. You could call me whatever the fuck you want. Because free speech, motherfucker. But if you care, you want to be, like, really polite, I prefer Michael and I prefer Monstro. Michael's probably the easiest because it's my name. That hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly.
And watch the reviews playlist. It is much better. I don't know about that, but okay. Anyway.
I didn't realize how long these were as well.
Yeah, I told you. It's like 2 minutes. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
If he did decide to go ahead anyway, didn't say I didn't run these reviews suck. Yeah. This video is droned on long enough. Enjoy the reviews, provided that's even possible. Wow. That's really fucking... That's really depressing, by the way, too. That's another thing. That's like...
Yeah.
That's something else that I could say, is I was not a happy person as I was making this. Oh, that's so... This is so bad. It's like, we haven't even gotten to the review. The review is probably the better part, in all honesty, because this is just the worst. This is, like, I think as bad as it gets. The review is going to be really weird. It's going to be weird, too, because my voice is... I think... Hold on. I want to say something really quick. This is going to be weird because my voice is a little higher pitched. So I don't know if I'm ready for that. That's going to be pretty funny. It's going to be very wholesome.
Yeah. No, what I wanted to say as well, though, is... Fuck, I forgot. Shit. No, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure as far as I can remember, like, your first couple of videos on just, like, Crash 1, 2, and 3, I don't think we're that criticizing. I don't think it was until you got into the PS2 games is when you really started, like, digging into people for liking some of the shittier aspects of those games.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that at all. Oh, yeah, so this is what I wanted to say before, and I forgot about it. But I think I actually just am repeating what you said earlier, but we have not seen these reviews in a long time. As you could tell by my reactions now, like, I'm recognizing a lot of stuff. Like, I'm recognizing this, but I've forgotten most of this. Like, I couldn't tell you what the original video contains, but I can tell you everything about that video by the time we finish watching it.
From what I remember seeing these videos, I thought these little interims at the start were like 30 seconds or something. I didn't remember them being this long.
Yeah, because this is a re-upload of a re-upload.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and unfortunately the quality isn't very good, because the original videos were in, like, 720p. But then I put them on the second channel. What I actually did was, because I was so fucking self-loathing or whatever, I re-rendered the video with this fucking intro. And then I deleted the original copy of the video. So this was the only copy of the video that I had. And in addition to that, this is a re-upload of that. And for some reason, the video is only available in, let's see, 360p. They got too popular, dude. Oh, it's the worst. The social credit system, here we come. Anyway. Yes, thank you. Just fucking get it over with, former self. See, this is what Boz. Oh, my intro. Cool. Anyway.
Yeah.
This is a cool little intro. I just went through like every single old intro. I went through every single like text style in Sony Vegas, and I'm pretty sure there's some cool images here. Like I believe hidden amongst these images for like a frame, so it might not even show up here. Is like some anime chick's ass. I remember I had, and I took that and I put it in here and I hid it very carefully. So if you're a little boy and you watch these videos in front of your mama and you pause at the wrong time, anime ass in your face, and you'd be like, ah! Yeah. It's a cute little intro. Sunny Beach from Spyro 2.
Yeah.
And something else I wanted to say, because I want to get everything out before this starts. Because this is going to be pretty amazing when this starts, because I want to get everything out.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do, like, I'm so shitty at this. Like, I suck. Like, you know, some people are ugly. Some people, you know, just are built badly. You know, some people, you know, whatever. You know, people are born in different ways. Some people just fucking forget everything they say every 2 seconds. That's what I do. Anyway. If I remember what I was just about to say, I'll bring it up. I'll pause. Anyway. Look at this. This is a cute little intro.
Yeah. It is.
Hey, that's the Ian's noise. That's Ian's noise. That's my old friend Ian. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but Ian, another one person that I used to do Let's Plays with. That's the Ian's noise. It's a good one. Hey, I like this sound. That's good.
Yeah. Best startup sound.
As soon as my voice comes in, it's gonna be like, ah!
Okay, get ready.
This is hype. Do I just play the intro from the game? I do. Oh, and I show footage. Well, Did You Know Gaming right here.
Yeah. That is like exactly how they do it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, the first of my Crash Bandicoot reviews is finally here. Let's dive in and review Crash Bandicoot for the Sony PlayStation.
Yeah, it's really cute, right? Isn't that adorable?
Oh my god. That is like way more high-pitched than I remember. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's really adorable.
That's great.
It's because my voice is very sexual now. It's a little better.
Yeah.
Well, guys, here we are! Yeah. And there's a unnecessarily long fade out.
Yeah.
Hey, cute little music.
Yeah. I find it kind of funny how you said...
unaware.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Oh, yeah, I find it kind of funny how you said, like, okay, I'm going to be reviewing this game. Like, there's a huge, big, long intro, and then you say, okay, I'm going to review this game, and then you fade to black, and then play more footage until you say... It's a little bit...
It's a little bit... Because you know what it is? I'm pretty sure, like, I saw Did You Know Gaming or JonTron or somebody, like, back then do it. June 2013? Jesus, I'm still thinking about that. That's crazy. It really doesn't feel that old at all. Fuck.
Where Crash Bandicoot was a game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Universal Interactive in 1996 for the Sony PlayStation. When the game released, it became widely popular among audiences and became one of Sony's many system sellers, and even served as a small stepping stone for making Naughty Dog the powerhouse company they are today.
Cute.
Now, is this game worth all the attention or is it greatly overrated? Well, it's time to find out.
And another fade out? Come on.
Let's get our story out of the way first, because it's nothing special. An evil scientist named Dr. Neocortex and his assistant, Embryo, have been working on a device called the Cortex Vortex, which will turn any innocent animal...
This deserves reiterating. I did not think anybody was going to watch this video. That's something. Even then, I remember that very clearly. Because you'll notice in the later videos, this video is particularly unique among them, I'm pretty sure, because in the later ones, I have this very sort of bombastic, you know, nostalgia critic-esque, you know, like... delivery, which that's going to be very fun for us to listen to. I know how much you love the Nostalgia Critic, as do I.
Oh yes, definitely.
I can get that, but because this first review, I didn't think anybody was watching this. I didn't really put much effort, which is why I sound...
You're speaking...
Oh my god,
it's
guys.
really weird.
Yeah, that's why I sound like...
Yeah, you're speaking in kind of like a monotone sort of tone, except you're speaking really quickly. Like, you're just fucking shredding through your script in this.
I know.
Like, you don't stop to take a second to, like... you know, talk about something or really hammer a point about
Well,
anything.
we haven't really gotten to it. I'm just rambling about the. I just said a bunch of nonsense
Yeah.
that wasn't important. Like here's a bunch of release information that you already knew about this game. LOL. You know, it's like that's all I did. So I haven't gotten to the actual review yet.
Into Cortex mindless super soldier. In an attempt to use the device on an innocent Bandicoot, the machine backfires and the Bandicoot, named Crash, escapes. Cortex then prepares Crash's girlfriend, Tawna, to get into the vortex. So you're off on a journey to stop Dr. Neo Cortex from turning your girlfriend into some fried Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot
Cute
is
as
a 3D platformer that is entirely
ready
so
to
while it
say,
might not
Crash
look
is
like
on a
much
small
now,
journey.
this game was pretty amazing.
Crash is on a small journey. On a small journey. Crash to receive the battery. Yeah, that's a banger. That's a hidden banger. I'll probably have to put that in one of these videos, come to think of it. Anyway.
There were no stars or coins, there was simply a beginning and end. This even led to the game being nicknamed the Sonic's Ass Game during its
doesn't really make
development,
sense,
as
but okay.
constantly having to look at the character's backside wasn't very common at the time.
That is true.
With Crash, you can move in 8 directions, and you can use your spin attack to break open crates which are scattered throughout the levels. In these crates, you can find Wampa Fruits, and collecting 100 of these Wampa Fruits will give you an extra
Wampa
life.
Fruits.
However, you can also find lives in crates with a Crash mug
I
on
am
them.
burning through
In
this
crates,
text.
you can also find certain
Yeah,
character
I know.
mugs. You can find Tawna mugs, in which collecting 3 of them will take you to a bonus round where you can save. Embryo mugs will bring you to a special bonus round in which the only real goal is to obtain extra lives and
Kind of flub you can
and
hear
lastly, Cortex mugs, which will bring you to another kind of bonus round in which you can obtain keys. Levels usually take place on a straight path. However, certain levels can be side-scrolling, and one of the most interesting parts is that certain levels can be both linear and side-scrolling, constantly changing views from...
What?
Half of the footage you show is you getting shit on, like losing fucking masks and dying and stuff. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was deliberate, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
It probably wasn't actually. I might have just sucked. But it's weird. Like the thing is, I obviously didn't have a lot of shame about that because I will in later videos, like obscure the footage to make it look like I'm way better than I actually am. Look forward to that. But yeah. Oh, and I recorded all the footage myself for most of the games except for a few I remember.
It was the Game Boy ones, wasn't it? That you
yes,
get?
and we could talk a lot about that when we get to that. But before we do, we're gonna get back to this. Let's see.
Your big fat ass to your side.
Whoa!
Both linear and side-scrolling.
Wait, what was that?
Constantly changing.
Check it out. I'm pretty
What
sure.
was the context to that?
Big fat ass.
And one of the most interesting
Is that the
parts
first
is that
joke?
The first XD. Yeah. Well, as you can see, I don't like let a joke land. Like this is very very tame compared to the other videos.
Oh,
So the only thing that we're really had, like we could talk a lot about how high pitched and adorable my voice is, but you know that's gonna change in the later videos.
Certain levels can be both linear and side-scrolling, constantly changing views from your big fat ass to your side.
Big fat ass.
It does an excellent job of adding variety and challenge. At times, you're never really sure if you're going to continue moving on your side or if a linear segment is going to be thrown at you. It's
the whole game is linear, so it's not really true to say. I think what I assumed linear meant, you know, Sonic's ass game, and that's why I said from your big fat ass to your side, you know, because it's like certain levels like this one, Generator Room, they change from Crash's backside to, you know, side of his head, you know, like side scrolling. So yeah. Anyway,
but they do it very briefly in Anyway, that's not...
they do it. Yeah.
Excellent way to make the game original, and I love it. It keeps the game fun without being repetitive. To add even more variety, however, there are levels where you get chased by a boulder and levels where you ride on a hog. Your goal in each level is to go from start to finish and try not to die 1,000 times like I did. Upon completing each level, you will unlock the next. The levels are spread out on a map, which spans across 3 separate islands. There's a very clear contrast that I enjoy between each island as well. The first island is very natural and has a calm feel to it. The second island is more spooky and scary, and takes place on long bridges and dark temples. The third island, the one owned by Cortex, has a very industrialized feel. The ancient temples in the level Temple Ruins have been reworked, and have been made dark labs in Generator Room. The changes are very subtle, but I love them for that. They went out of their way to do the best that they could with the little that they had, and they should be applauded.
There's me, my little fucking...
Yeah,
this is something that you'll... In this review, it's especially bad, where I really... You're right, I burned through this text. Moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
That. With the way
Man,
I've talked...
how could 2015 Stimpyland be so rude to 2013 Stimpyland? He's so wholesome.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Fuck this game up, you would think I love it. Well, quite the contrary. This game is good, but it is far from being considered excellent. Now, how do the levels play? The early levels are very easy and don't require a whole lot of skill. I might also point out that they don't do an excellent job preparing you for what's ahead, as this game is very challenging. In fact, this is the second hardest game of the series that I am reviewing, and I am reviewing 12. That's...
Take a look at that. Yeah.
I like.
I moved the mouse around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I know.
Quite a lot. Also, the hog
Oh
doesn't
wait, hold on.
Whoa, what was that?
Oh my god.
that I'm reviewing, and I'm reviewing 12. That's quite a lot.
It's technically 14, but I'm counting all the GBA games as one. I was about to say 6 plus 8 doesn't count, so.
6 plus 8.
6 plus 8 doesn't make... I can't count.
6 plus 8 is 12. 6 plus 8 is 12, dude. Don't
6
worry about
plus
it.
8 is...
Also,
gay.
the hog doesn't control
14.
the greatest.
Why is 6
No, it's
afraid of
12.
8? Because 12 ate 6. That's why.
Okay,
Yeah.
stop.
Older levels are just so damn claustrophobic. I cannot tell you how many times I unexpectedly got ran over by that boulder. But I can show you.
It's over 9.
Oh my god! That's fucking awesome.
We did it!
Brian Drummond
We
over
used
9,000. Dude,
Holy shit.
the line is it's over 8,000 and it was recorded by Ryo Horikawa in 1980 fucking whenever. That's fucking epic. That's fucking okay.
Completing every couple of levels.
That's epic.
That's-
Holy shit. I did not expect an it's over 9,000 in the crash.
That's like genuinely funny again because it's so not funny that it's funny. This one's like I can't get like I don't cringe too hard at this one. This one's pretty adorable.
This
It's
is
like
great. This is really
the
this is
second
awesome.
one is when it takes off, and that's when I get like because this video got a surprisingly positive reaction, which is why for the second review and all the subsequent reviews I kind of embellish and do that. Hello, it's me, the Stimpyland. That's why I do that. In this first review, that's not a thing. It's really wholesome anyway.
You get to fight a boss. The bosses
Over
are considered
9,000.
by many to be the highlight of the game, but I really don't see why. Most of the bosses are incredibly easy, especially Ripperoo. The only boss that killed me was Embryo, and he only did it once. Sure, Koala Khan gave me some trouble, but I still beat him without dying. The bosses are, for the most part, very forgettable and very easy, and the fact that people consider them the best part of the game doesn't speak well for the rest. As for the rest of the game, it's pretty well designed. The levels were designed with patience in mind. If you take your time...
Kind of weird, People regard the bosses as the best part of the game, but the bosses...
Yeah, I don't know.
No. People regard... No, I just want to say, this is... Ready? Here's the, ascended tier reasoning. People consider the bosses the best part of the game. But,
Yeah.
So the best part of the game, so everything else is worse than the bosses. But as for the rest, so, I said, and the fact that I don't think the bosses is that good means that it probably doesn't work out well for the rest of the game. So I'm about to say the game is bad, and then I say the rest of the game's really good. It's like I don't see any problems with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
and be careful with your movement, you'll find little to no trouble with this game. Thankfully, they weren't stupid enough to make time a major factor of this game. Oh. However, there are three major
Very awkward
problems
line
with the
delivery,
gameplay.
but
Dude, that was a little fucking like Peter Griffin giggle. What was that?
I don't want to watch it again. But
Oh. However,
okay, good, I didn't. Yeah.
there are three major problems with the gameplay. Major problem number one is that Crash controls like crap.
He controls okay.
He feels so slippery and awkward to control, and you can never be 100% sure if you're gonna land a jump or not, and I just hate it. Also, controlling with the D-pad doesn't help. The PlayStation controller's D-pad feels like a fucking knife. Half
does.
of the time it feels like I'm getting stabbed instead of playing a video game.
Stabbed.
Of course, this is before...
Dude, I'm from New York, bro. Fucking.
I know. Where the fuck did your accent go? Like,
Stabbed.
I've heard it even when you said boss,
Boss.
earlier in the video. You're like, yeah, boss. People see the bosses are the best part of this game.
Yeah. No.
Where did this accent go? Where did you lose this?
I don't know. It's weird. As
my
New
God.
Yorkers, it'll randomly manifest during a certain point in your life. Like, it was weird because I remember around this time my mom had like a pretty thick New York accent. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Like, my dad took like a video or something. He got like those fucking, what are those things? Like you throw them at the floor and they like make like a little like pop. You know, they're like sparkler whatever
Oh.
things. You know, what do you call those?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Those
I don't
fucking,
know.
you know, the things, they're like these little firework type things. You throw them on the floor and they make a
they're
little
like
pop.
little fucking
Yeah.
fire.
My dad like took a video of him doing that. I remember, and he like threw one at my mom or something. My mom goes, "Not at me, at the floor, on the floor, on the floor." She's telling him to throw him on the floor. But if you heard her, she doesn't sound like you know, a typical New Yorker. It randomly manifests. It's like, you know, it's,
Yeah,
you know, it's
okay.
it's someone that even they speak fluent in English, but Spanish was their first language. The second, you know, an angry lion is running after them, they'll resort to their original language. They'll revert to their original language, you know? It's like the same thing, you know?
yeah.
Like, I am just under such intense stress from Crash Bandicoot that, you know, like, the primal instinct, my primal New Yorker has been unleashed. Anyway, let's get
PlayStation had analog controllers, so to be fair, this was more to blame for Sony than for Naughty Dog. So I guess I'll give the D-pad problem a pass. But that still doesn't excuse Crash's slippery controls. Major problem number 2.
Hey.
The save system in this game is terrible. In order to save, you have to enter a level, collect the 3 ton of mugs, and then
fucking Marcel Adams. Dude, I'm totally okay with this, dude. Marcel Adams. I don't have a whole lot of footage of the bonuses, so enjoy whatever random clip I decide to use. It's probably distracting from what I'm trying to say, but I'm totally okay with me using a clip of Marcel Adams. Fucking, you know. You remember that guy? That's the, oh, hey! He just bounces in his chair like a retard, you know? It's like that guy, yeah.
This game is terrible. In order to save, you have to enter a level, collect the 3 ton of mugs, and then complete the bonus round without dying, and only then will you be allowed to save. This can present some serious problems. If you die in a bonus round, you lose your ability to save, and the bonus round becomes locked out. Also, upon saving the game, it only saves your progress up to the level you were on. It doesn't save progress for the next level.
That's weird because it's not entirely true. He just turned into a fucking blob, by the way. Look at that. He just phased out of existence. That's not entirely true from what I remember. It's like, what was it? I don't think that's entirely true. That it only saves up to the level that you were on. Yeah. It's because I'm pretty sure like sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. I don't know how it works. Who fucking cares? It's just whatever.
Basically, you save on level 3, you game over in level 4. Instead of bringing you back to level 4, it brings you to level 3, and you are forced to play level 3 all over again. Not to mention that some of these levels get really hard, and it is a huge pain in the ass to go back and do them. Plus, one time the game glitched out in the bonus round. It just straight up crapped out.
That can happen.
I did not enjoy playing that level again. One good thing about this game, however, is that even after completing the final boss, it still presents some replay value. If you go through a level and collect all the boxes, you will be awarded a gem. Certain levels will also award color gems, which will open platforms and new levels which lead to new gems. However, there is one major problem with gems, and this leads us back to our third major problem. What? Oh, you thought I skipped the third problem for a second, didn't you?
Nope.
Yeah? Well, fuck you, here's major problem number 3. To get a gem, you need to get all of the boxes in the level. You also need to do this without dying, and this is where the game becomes less challenging and more tedious. It's not fun to slowly trudge through a level and check every corner for boxes. It's fun to race as fast as you can against Oxide. It's not fun to die in a level and have to play the whole thing over again. It's fun to grab orbs and charge into Ripto at full force. You get what I'm trying to say? Games can be hard and fun. Games don't need to be excessively difficult. The concept and graphics of this game are its only major strengths.
They don't need to
Otherwise,
be excessively hard.
Pretty weak.
Yeah. Hold on, what was that?
I know you fixed it in post.
Yeah, tedious. There's a lot of that. It's just text showing up on the screen, just correcting me.
Cool. The concept and graphics of this game are its only major strengths. Otherwise, it's pretty weak. The rest of the game isn't bad, just lackluster. The bosses, they were okay. The soundtrack, they're...
Is that fucking Gautier? I'm pretty sure that's Gautier playing right now.
What, in the background?
In the background. Let's keep playing. Hold on.
Play.
A few memorable songs, but it's mostly hit or miss. The levels, long and excessively difficult and annoying to control. Crash Bandicoot is by no means a bad game. In fact, it's a pretty good game. But it hasn't aged very well. Games like Spyro and Jak and Daxter have aged much better, but we'll give Crash a break because he came first. However, that does not excuse the slippery controls, tedious gem collecting, and irritating save system. I definitely recommend it if you are willing to get into the Crash series, but if you are only looking to play the original and no more, then give it a pass, as it's not worth your time unless you're willing to play its sequels. Now our question is, will Naughty Dog build upon the monster hit they have created, or will they half-ass a sequel in hopes that it will sell well? We'll find out.
You obviously know what it's going to be. I don't know why I tease that. It's clearly something, that's clearly something I saw in the video. By the way, that's something that you'll see me do a lot in this video. Well, not in this series of videos. Is something I do is, because I've been accused of ripping people off. People have actually have been accused of ripping me off. But, you know, like, I think, there was this Australian guy that beat his wife while he was playing Fortnite. You know, he was accused of ripping me off. He was accused of ripping me off, but I don't, you know, I would be totally willing to give him a pass, because I assume it was something like what I did, where I know it's coming up in one of these reviews, but I don't remember which one, where I clearly rip off someone. But it wasn't something that, like, I intentionally did. I didn't look at this guy's video and say, that's my fucking joke. It's mine. What happened was, I saw it, and I was like, that's funny. And I just sort of kept it somewhere in the back of my brain, you know? And I just sort of was writing this review later on, you know, a few games later, something popped into my head, and I'm like, this is a funny joke. Where'd I get this? It's mine, right? Yeah, I made this joke, right? I forgot where it came from, so then I put it in. And then afterwards, I recognize or I realize or someone tells me, oh, this sounds a lot like this guy's video, and I go, shit. And then, you know, I gotta explain to them that I'm retarded.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next time when we tackle Crash Bandicoot 2.
Yeah, this is Gautier.
Yeah.
No idea why this is in this review. It's a nice song, though. I'm pretty sure this is Learn a Little Givin' and Lovin'. Reviewed by TheStimpyland. Yeah, thank you for telling me. Ed with Sony Vegas. Thank you for telling me. This is... Ending song is Learn a Little Givin' and Lovin' by Gautier. Yeah, it's a good song. That's a good song. Okay, anyway. So that concludes the first episode of... Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. No,
Well,
it
we're
doesn't.
gonna have a-
You thought I was probably not going to
hold on,
conclude it.
Michael,
Fuck you!
stop.
What?
Hold on. I need to fucking take a piss real quick before we do like the little post. Like, here's how we thought about the episode.
You're
I'm
a
about to wet my
little faggot. Okay, go ahead.
LOL.
Why don't you just say so soon?
Killing
I think I just shot myself. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, so I want to say my thoughts on Crash Bandicoot 1 really quick. This is weird because you're gonna hear me say in the reviews a few times that like, oh, it's kind of awkward. I don't like it. I think you should give it a pass or something. But honestly, now, out of the original trilogy, Crash 1 is my favorite. Boy, bruh, bro, the fuck's happening?
Yeah, because you like the atmosphere.
Food, water, atmosphere. Yeah, I knew it was pretty good. So yeah. Anyway, any final note you want to give for this episode? Oh, by the way, this is a series. Pretty sure we mentioned that already, but hope y'all look forward to episode 2. In episode 2, we're going to be taking a look at, let me see, Crash 2 and 3. I should read some comments. You want to read some comments really quick?
Oh, fuck yeah, let's do that.
I wish the Stimpyland was still around. Yeah, same. R.I.P. Stimpyland's channel. Have you found his top 20... Oh, that must be another one of the lost ones.
Fucking rip.
In before Stimpy reviews N. Cyan trilogy. Yeah, maybe. Really enjoy your videos. It's really weird how people, like, they comment on these videos and they think that it was, like, you know.
Yeah.
How do they be like, look at this. It's so fucking wholesome.
Rest in pails, my friend. What?
Yeah, rest in pails, my friend. This is really wholesome. Hey. Fight. No, that's not him. Can you prove it? You know what? You're right. Sorry. That's funny. Anyway.
Wait, go to the timestamp. Someone just posted a timestamp.
Enter level, collect the 3
Oh, they're just... Marcel Adams? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for
Okay,
watching
so,
part 1.
Well, before we end on that, I just wanted to say that was a lot more wholesome than I expected.
That's not that... Yeah. I could say the same for me as well. I feel like that's not going to continue with Crash 2. Because that is when I started... Or around Crash 2 or 3 is when I noticed that people were actually watching my videos. So that's when, you know, I changed my tone. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Yeah. So that's that.
So you might want to say what your new channel is and your new name and fucking.
Oh yeah, well,
all that shit.
I'm posting I'm posting it on that channel, but my new name is MONSTRO. But I said this before though. You can call I would totally fine when you call me Stimpy. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. I prefer MONSTRO, but I think the best name is just Michael because that's just my actual name and it's not going anywhere. At least I hope it isn't. You know, I hope something catastrophic doesn't happen and I'm forced to change my name and hide from I don't know, a transgender Muslim person from Canada. Who knows? Anyway, let's see you in part 2, everybody. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Shit.